right, guys, welcome to our life in the Philippines. Today is a good day, and
I'd say it's an interesting day.
it's an interesting day, but it's a good day because tomorrow, July 10, I can actually bring my wife home or back or out, take her on the motorcycle, back riding. So back riding is apparently, according to the government, going to be allowed as of tomorrow. But here,
however, there's a caveat.
There's a caveat.
I'd say there's a little bit more than a caveat.
You gotta watch these guys.
Oh my
All right,
goodness.
you gotta watch this, okay? So, here we go. All right, I will go for it. The government has apparently now decided that back riding with your spouse is allowed as of July 10 tomorrow. And I was looking at that and I was searching and I was going through Google and trying to find a lot of stuff. You know, what are the rules and how it is, right? And some of the rules are making good sense. You know, they say carry your marriage certificate or dual ID with the same address, ID with the same last name, that kind of stuff.
Evidence that you're married.
Yeah, an evidence that you are married and or live together. So this is not only for, from what I understand, it's not only for married people, it is also for people living together without being married. We call them, in Swedish, we call them sambo.
Okay.
You know what sambo means?
Well, like roommates with benefits?
Kind of. Kind of. But they live together as a couple and have been for years.
Yeah.
So this rule apparently applies to them as well. So they're counted as married people. However, you got to prove that if you don't have the same last name, at least your address on your ID needs to be the same. They are also talking about the, what do you call it, LBGT community, that people of same-sex living together can actually ride together on the motorcycle. But here's a little funny thing to that. And me and Umberto, we're going to step out, and I'm going to show you right here on this screen, right behind me, what this is all about.
The caveat.
The caveat. All right, so let's step to the side.
The caveat.
There we go. Okay, so let's talk about it. Coming back into the screen, here we are. If you ride together with your wife, you actually have to create a physical divider, barrier between you and her on the motorcycle.
I wonder what the drag coefficient is.
What?
The drag coefficient. Okay.
You guys look at this picture, right? This thing is sticking up about, what, 2 feet, 3 feet above the...
A gust of wind, the wheel will go like that.
You take a gust of wind and the motorcycle will flip over. You know, sometimes...
Double your gas mileage.
It will triple your gas mileage. Secondly, my question is, you know, my question to you or anybody would be, what sense does this make? You have a mask, you have a helmet that has a visor that you close in front of you, So what purpose does this barrier that they want to put in between us?
A few hours prior, you're exchanging bodily fluids. Next thing you know, you're writing. Sorry.
All right. You're right. Okay. You're right. In a sense, you're right. Yeah, the next question is, are they now going to start requiring us to have a glass wall or a plastic wall or a plastic sheet in the bed?
What's that plastic that they use in the jeepneys? That transparent plastic?
Transparent plastic, so we're going to have to put that in our bed also from now on?
In between, maybe.
I mean, does it make any sense?
Maybe.
Baby?
Maybe.
Maybe or baby?
Maybe, no baby.
No baby, okay. So we're actually expecting after this shutdown for the last 3 months, 4 months, we're expecting a little baby boom.
I don't know.
Yeah, well.
People were sober, so I don't know. The responsible party in most birth certificates, Red Horse, was not present.
All right. So,
Sorry.
I got a paper here, so I got to read a little bit to you guys. I got to read some of it, okay? The Joint Task Force COVID Shield, JTF, CB Shield, on Thursday said it is now crafting a specific guideline on motorcycle back riding for couples passing through quarantine control points. Quarantine control points. It was a no back ride. What do you call it? No back ride policy imposed when the COVID came around. For me, it didn't make any sense. Couples sleep in the same bedroom, sleep in the same bed, but when they get on a motorcycle, they can infect each other.
I don't understand, especially if you're wearing a helmet with a shield. I mean, you're covered with that and a mask.
Mask, maybe mask underneath the shield.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make any sense.
This whole
it's triple coverage.
Caveat.
Yeah, right back here.
The caveat makes no sense to me. First of all, I think it endangers the motorcycle rider.
Right.
A gust of wind, next thing you know, you're spilling the bike. Second, I mean, you already have a shield when you're riding. I mean, if you observe the laws and you're wearing a helmet, you know, that makes sense. For me, a helmet, you know, enforcing the actual laws that already exist, wearing a helmet with a face protection should be more than enough. Especially, as I said, you're sleeping with the person next to you. A few hours before, you're not gonna, you know, you're not going to make things any worse. It is borderline ridiculous, and I really have to question the intellectual coefficient of whoever's making these things up. Some people in this planet are, you know, a little bit they lack gray matter, but this is all brown matter, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, let's keep reading, and we're not judging anybody. Oh. You make the judgment when you get this message.
I'm just giving an opinion about the caveat.
The caveat, yeah. Okay. The model which allows passengers behind motorcycle drivers has a dividers and handles. So now you got a rider that has handles, okay, between the riders and passengers to contain the speed, and all of you all know what. And that was said by one of the senators, I believe. It doesn't make any sense, guys. But I can tell you what, as far as I am and on my motorcycle, because that's all I got, my wife ain't riding with me. I am not going to install the caveat on my motorcycle to be able to carry my wife. I'll pay for her to go in a Grab, blue cab, or yellow cab, or whatever cab it is. She ain't riding with me, because this is absolutely stupidity, in my opinion.
With capital S.
Yeah. I understand some of the stuff they're saying. The passenger and the rider should wear a mask and crash helmets. That's okay with me. Makes sense. That's law here in the Philippines.
Yeah.
It's law in most countries around the world, except the state I'm coming from, where there was no helmet law, and I never rode with a helmet. Or very, very, very seldom rode with a helmet.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's see. What else do we got?
Harry Roque also reminded married couples to bring a photocopy of the marriage certificate
Oh, yeah.
at checkpoints.
Right. Well, at all times, if nothing else, carry your marriage certificate. If you're not married, make sure you have, on your IDs, you have the same address. If you don't, you might get a big fine, or you might even be arrested. So be careful with that.
This is interesting, since he said only married couples will be allowed to travel via motorcycle back riding.
Yeah. So that's the next thing I want to bring up. The information that comes out over the last 2 days is totally confusing. It says couples, including what we called a man and a woman living together. They might even have children together, live together. They are not legally by a priest or governor or anything married, but they have been spending some time together and they have children together. They are, according to the law,
Common law marriage.
common law, they're married. It just doesn't make any sense. So I wanted to cover a couple of other things here. This is just.
I the more I think about this, I just, you know, there's an absence of logic.
Okay, so here, I'm going to give you this. So, in a palace briefing, presidential spokesperson Harry Roque also reminded married couples to bring a photocopy of their marriage certificates at the checkpoint. So if you're out driving tomorrow and you do have your wife or Sambo, whatever, well, I guess in this case just your wife, because you can't have a marriage certificate, right?
Yeah.
Unless you're married. Bring a copy of your marriage certificate so you don't get into trouble. That's all I can say. And then some other statements I've seen said, yeah, they'd be able to do that without no conditions. But as far as I understand, as of today, right now, the condition is this thing back here.
Yeah, caveat.
The caveat, the big thing, and it has to be mounted to your motorcycle. I saw some report that somebody said that you could actually create something that you were wearing like a backpack.
With
right?
a shield?
With a shield coming up, right? Don't know where that went because I haven't seen anything more about it. But as far as I can see, everybody says that the model should be from the governor in Bohol, Arthur Jap, and they call it the Arthur Jap model. So be careful getting out there. Don't bring your wife.
Where did he get his engineering degree? MIT?
I don't know. I have no clue where he got his engineering degree.
Mentally incapable.
Because I can tell you, as a motorcycle driver for many, many, many years of my life, even in my 20s, and I'm way beyond that, guys, that would be something that could cause
An
a
accident.
serious accident.
There's a gust of wind.
The wind, everything. So I will not even consider driving with my wife behind me.
On the other hand, if you have a tailwind, you may have a little sail.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you, you shut your engine off and just sailing, right?
There you go. Sail right by.
Sail right by. That's a good idea, guys.
There you go.
All right, so let's see. So you're only going to be out on days when the wind is
On your
behind
tail,
you.
yes.
So you can sail, like crossing the Atlantic into Europe from the United States,
There
or
you
from
go.
here into U.S.
Magellan all over again.
All right, all right, so guys. You know, we can go on and on about this, and I don't want to ridicule anybody, but some of these ideas are, in my opinion,
Sometimes you wonder.
sometimes you wonder, right?
Yes.
And
This does not leave me, you know, I'm not angry, I'm not mad. I'm seriously concerned.
because this does not make any sense. You wear a helmet, you wear a receiver on your helmet, you have a mask underneath, and you still have to put that thing behind
and that's
you.
already enough coverage.
Yeah, it's more than enough coverage, and it just doesn't make any sense. So,
Especially if you're married, you're sleeping with the person, you know.
yeah,
It's crazy.
you're sleeping in the same bed, and that to me doesn't make any sense. That a motorcycle ride would contaminate you or your partner if you're both healthy. It doesn't make any sense. Ending this, I understand COVID. I understand it very well. We have studied it through our organization that we are affiliated with in the United States. We have doctors and other things that are
True scientists.
true scientists that are advising us in many ways, and we follow certain things. And I believe, for instance, that wearing a mask when you're out on the street, out in the public, it actually does help. So that's another thing. We will encourage people to follow the regulations that are done. Wearing a mask is
It's okay to
fine.
wear a mask when there's people around you, but if you have nobody in front of you, nobody behind you for a mile, wearing a mask could not, you know,
It's not going
to protect you or hurt anybody else.
Yeah, in my opinion,
You wear a mask when you're near people. That's what you. That's the logic.
Yeah, in my opinion, a mask actually protects other people from you.
That's
being
what they do.
infected.
You're not gonna. A mask is not gonna protect you from anything.
Right.
You're going to stop the spread of your problems to others if you're wearing a mask. That's about the only thing. I mean, if you sneeze, that's the only thing that'll stop. And
All right. So, guys, that was a little, and we kind of thought it was funny, but it's also
the more we think about it,
The more
I think this is not funny. I think it's sad.
it's sad in a way.
I was
because-
laughing earlier. Now I'm really
Yeah,
sad. I'm gonna cry.
because someone
Caveat is not cool.
caveat here.
Caveat is not cool.
Look at this, right? Imagine all motorcycles going around on the road with something like this behind them. It does not make any sense at all.
You know, it's like the principles of aerodynamics go out the window.
Yeah.
Safety, a gust of wind, you can tip a bike.
Oh yeah. No. There's safety issues to come.
Safety issues.
So I think there's other
Somebody
things that has not been considered.
Somebody did not think this through.
Right. But anyway, thank you for watching. God bless. And that was today's little perk from our life in the Philippines.
God bless everybody.
Bye-bye. Wait, don't click that button unless, of course, you hit the subscribe button. and then you can move on. And while you're down there, hit the notification button as well. And if you leave a like or a comment, we will personally respond to you on all or any request you might have. And thank you for watching, and we'll see you again at the next video.